Yes, good morning to all. Today we will discuss about further vocabulary like equilibrium, property, state, process, cycle, quasi-static process, and steady flow and uniform flow. First of all, equilibrium means thermodynamic point of view. Equilibrium means not a system reaching only temperature in a common condition. Then it is called thermal equilibrium, not thermodynamic. If system contains different pressures, then after some time it will reach the common pressure. Then it is called mechanical equilibrium. Our system contains different components, different phases of the components. Have different potential, chemical potential. Steam have the chemical potential is different. Water have different, and ice has different. After some time we are mixing means it will reach a common phase. So chemical common potential. So equilibrium means it must be thermal equilibrium, temperature, mechanical equilibrium, pressure, and chemical equilibrium. If combination of these three equilibriums is called thermodynamic equilibrium. If any system is not reaching chemical equilibrium, then it is called not a thermodynamic equilibrium. If system is not reaching mechanical equilibrium, then it is not a thermodynamic equilibrium. Out of three, all we are fulfilling, then only it is called thermodynamic equilibrium. But if system have different pressures, after some time automatically it will reach the mechanical equilibrium. System have different temperature, hot rod we are placing also. After some time it will reach the normal temperature. So for attaining equilibrium condition, you don't want to spend any energy. For disturbing the equilibrium, you want to spend some energy. Attaining of the equilibrium is a common practice of the nature. But disturbing the equilibrium, we are spending some energy. But in thermodynamic point of view, we are calling equilibrium means it must be thermal equilibrium, it must be mechanical equilibrium, it must be chemical equilibrium. The next one more word we are using, pure substance. Pure substance, simple definition of the pure substance. In all phases, the chemical composition is not changing, then it's called pure substance. In the universe, God gifted pure substance is water. Ice also chemical composition H2O only. Water also chemical composition H2O only. Even steam also the chemical composition is H2O only. In all phases, the chemical composition is not changing, then it's called pure substance. We are studying pure substance in a fifth unit about steam. Next, move to the property. What is property? It is a measurable characteristic which describing the system, which describing the condition of the system. So property must be measurable characteristic. The properties may be intensive, may be extensive. Intensive means independent of mass. Extensive means dependent of mass. But how I am determining that it is independent of mass? It is dependent of mass means, suppose I want to measure the property which is independent of mass or dependent. Intensive property or extensive property. Just whatever the system I selected, I will divide the system in unequal parts. I will divide the system in unequal parts. Then you measure the property. The property is giving same value. It is independent of size. It is giving same value. Then it is called intensive property, independent of mass. The pressure, temperature, viscosity, intensive properties. Extensive means it depend upon mass. All types of the energies you consider extensive properties only. Mass into Cp into delta T. But specific extensive properties, volume, not volumes. Specific in essence, specific volume, meter cube per kg. Then it is a intensive property. all specific extensive properties. Means extensive property divided by mass, you will get intensive properties. In steam tables, you can see pressure based steam table, temperature based steam table is available. In x-axis, specific volume, specific enthalpy, specific entropy. Generally, enthalpy, volume, and entropy are the extensive property, not intensive property. But we want intensive property. What we are doing? Divided by mass, you will get the extensive property divided by mass, we will get the intensive properties. Next state. Once we know the property, definition of property, then what is state? Unique condition of the system describing any instant of time. Time is important. It is not a lifelong unique condition you will not get. The every time unique condition is changing. State is changing. State 1 to state 2, state 2 to state 3. Initial to final we are moving. So at a particular time, the unique condition of the system you are describing by the measurable characteristics, properties only. The intensive independent properties only. So state means unique condition. How I am describing, suppose one common equation we are writing for a competition exam, it is useful. How many intensive properties are required, independent intensive properties required for describing the unique condition of the system at particular time? F equal to number of components minus number of phases plus 2. Suppose single component I selected, single phase I selected, then 1 minus 1 can cancel, means 2. Finally, we will get 2. So, minimum 2 intensive independent properties are required for describing the condition of the system. In steam tables, you can see pressure and temperature. The best independent intensive properties. You can measure. It is not depend on both. It is a unique. So minimum 2 intensive independent properties are required for describing the unique condition of system at a particular time. This equation may be useful for, they will give different components, different phases. At that time you substitute and you will get the minimum number. But general condition, the minimum number is 2. Next, what is path? System is moving from one state to another state. The line joining successive state points is called path. That's all. One path it is moving. If what is process? Again process word is there. What is process? From initial to final, whatever the path you connected, initial to final is called path. Initial state to final state, in between successive state changes will take place. That entire path line joining from initial to final is called process. The difference between state change and process. You can see in the state change, infinite number of paths are available. In state change, you will get infinite number of paths. But in process, only fixed path. There is no other. Only one fixed path is there, that is called process. In both conditions, change of state or process, the system is moving initial to final. But infinite number of paths are there, then it is called state change. Only unique path is there, it is called process. Because in a gate concept based multiple choice questions you can expect, there they can ask like this question. The major difference between change of state and process. Next, what is cycle? Cycle generally it is a combination of process. Simple, cycle means it is a combination of process. But what is the condition? The initial state equal to final state. How many processes are required for cycle? The minimum process are required. You see, I started from initial and move to the B. Again, yes, by path 1, I move to the B. Again, I want to move to the A. One cyclic process. Initial state equal to final state. So cycle means combination of process, but only one condition. Initial state equal to final state. Generally in cycles, whatever cycles you are using, power generation cycle, refrigeration cycles, minimum generally we are maintaining four processes. Two work interactions, two heat interactions. Generally. Dual cycle contains five processes. But only one condition initially equal to five. So cycle also is clear. Now move to the once it is a property is clear, state is clear, process is clear, cycle is clear, then what is quasi static process? Generally in the universe, all processes are irreversible process. There is no reversibility. But while we are deriving the equations, while we are calculating, we are assuming all processes are reversible process. Our first assumption, all processes are reversible process. But how we will achieve the reversibility? That is the first question mark. At least one elucidation is required. That elucidation only the quasi-static process. Quasi means almost. Static means almost no motion. It's called quasi-static process. You see, example, you can select piston and cylinder arrangement. Cylinder is filled by gas. We place the piston. Now, how much gas pressure is there? According to that, we place the weight means piston is not equal weight, a load will be connected. Now, I remove the piston weight means automatically piston directly will reach the stopper, state 1 to state 2. Then it is a reversible process. Same energy we are applying, system will not move, reach the same. Some more energy we want to apply. That is the reversible. Instead of that, now what I am doing, I am removing a small dou W, small amount of the weight. For movement of this piston from state 1 to state 2, infinite number of equilibrium state functions I am moving. Infinite number of steps I am taking. Then it is called, then you will achieve the reversibility. This is the assumption only. But because infinite time we can't take for completion of any process. Suppose IC engine you select all almost RPM, speed of the engine 1500 to 4500 per minute the revolutions. So per minute that many cycles we have to complete. So infinite time we can't take, but assumption for calculation purpose, simple calculation, we are assuming reversibility. Where we can achieve the reversibility means only in quasi-static process. The main advantage of this one, simple calculation, there is no, why? Because otherwise the causes of reversibility I want to consider, friction I want to consider, inertia I want to consider, I want to consider mixing, expansion, so many points I want to consider, it will take complexity of the problem. So simple calculation purpose we are assuming the reversibility. Second one, the benchmark work output I want to calculate. Why? Because in thermodynamics, according to second law of thermodynamics, there is no 100% efficiency engine. Energy conversion coming to the picture means there is no 100%. How much percentage is possible? 100 is not possible. How much is possible? That benchmark efficiency, benchmark work outputs, we can calculate by the assumption of reversibility. So 100 is not possible. Some benchmark 70% is possible at particular working conditions. 70 is our benchmark. So it is easy to give the targets to the engineers. So with these two advantages, we are assuming entire thermodynamics, all processes are reversible process. How we are achieving reversibility means by quasi-static process only. Next, one more word we are using in thermodynamics, steady flow. Steady flow energy equation. Like that steady we are using in thermodynamics. What is steady? You can see these two figures I am showing. This is the system. I assume this is a system. It is a flow process because mass is entering. mass is leaving. So at the time of entry of mass, 300 degrees temperature is there. Next, one corner, the another corner 250 degrees is there. Here 150 degrees is there. At the exit is 150 degrees. At the exit is 150 degrees, and one more corner is 200 degrees. After some time, maybe after one hour, after 2 hours, after 30 years also, you can see the inlet temperature is not changing. The inlet temperature is 300 only. The outlet temperature also 150 only. It's called steady flow. The term steady implies no change with the time. System contains different temperatures, not unique temperature, but the temperatures with respect to time it is not changing. It's called steady. Entire thermodynamics we are dealing steady, not uniform. You see, in power plant you select refrigeration, you select condenser always heating, heat rejection, evaporator always heat absorption. So evaporator temperature always 5 -5 degrees Celsius. Condenser always above ambient. It is fixed. 10 after 10 years running of the refrigerator, after 100 years running of the refrigerator, having different temperatures, but the different temperatures not changing with time. So entire thermodynamics we are dealing steady flow. Uniform means at particular location, particular region having common property, then it is called uniform. In children's schools we are calling all wearing one uniform at particular time. With respect to time, it may be changed. So, but thermodynamics deals with steady flow only. Steady flow, quasi-static process. These two are common for thermodynamics. I think with this I am stopping today's topic. Tomorrow we will discuss next remaining topic. Thank you.